Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, December 2025, my friends. We are going to destroy this month with extreme prejudice. Right about, Steve?
Now.
Yeah, baby. Good time. And you've been practicing with the metronome.
I've been warming up.
You've been warming up, my friend. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, we're glad to have you all here. Welcome to Loan Officer Breakfast Club, brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. Almost every Monday through Friday, you know, depending on vacations and depending on the holidays, depending on what's going on. But pretty much every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time, for your free coaching pleasure. All right. Man, you know, okay, I think we just got to start by just warming up the chat.
Yeah.
How was your Thanksgiving, everybody? Did y'all survive? You survived the Thanksgiving? Anything go good? Everything good, guys? Warm up the chat. Where are you at? What's the temp? I tell you what.
Who got a referral during Thanksgiving?
Ooh.
I want to know who got a referral.
Good question. Did somebody actually get a referral? Heather Lowe got one during Thanksgiving. You know what? I got to tell you, my wife did too over the holidays. Not on Thanksgiving Day, but suddenly my wife, the realtor, is chasing 3 deals right now. 3 buyers.
Let's go.
Something? Yeah, and she picked up one. Oh, great story. So she had one of those deals about a year ago, right? Where, you know, wasn't such a great deal, right? There was some stress. There was some, you know, tense moments. I'll give you the gist of it. A gal bought a house, a single mom. She bought a house. And in California, in the Northern California area, we got these things in some cities called, well, I think everybody has what's called a sewer lateral, right? It's kind of the thing that connects the house to the sewer system, you know, the pipe that connects it or whatever. And in some areas in Northern California, those are, you know, they have issues. So you got to have inspections. And in this particular city, there was a sewer lateral that didn't get inspected. The buyer decided not to pay the money for the inspection, did not want to do it. First day she moves in, guess what goes wrong?
Sewer, man.
Oh, boy.
First day.
Wow.
Okay, first day.
Wow.
And, you know, when the sewer lateral don't work good, you know what don't work good?
Toilets don't work.
Good. Yes, that's right. Were you in the Navy,
I was.
Yep. Yeah.
Nuclear
So,
sub.
yeah. So, you know, it don't work. And so it was, you know, a tense moment, right? I mean, it was like, hey, man, like, sorry, but you bought the place. We told you you said no. Yeah. You refused. Here we are. What do we do? And we just never really heard from her. But, you know, my wife, I got to give her credit. And everybody listen to this. This is going to be good for all of y'all. My wife, I got to give her credit. She never stopped staying in touch, sending her text messages, dropping her a voicemail, sending the, you know, holiday cards or whatever, you know, all that. She never stopped, right?
Never stopped.
Then her and her partner were showing property this weekend, and they got a text message from her saying saying, hey, it's so-and-so. I need to talk to you about something. The first thing what do you think went through their minds?
Yeah, you think about the negative thing that happened.
Yeah. And so they're thinking, maybe this is it. We're getting sued. You know, this is what they're thinking. And no, man, they got a hold of her. She says, yeah, my dad, he's got to buy a house right away. He said, get me in touch with your realtors and your loan person. And so they're showing them property today.
Yeah. Look at that.
It just goes to show you, right? I mean, you just stay in touch. You don't know. I mean, maybe she realized, it was my fault. I should have got the darn inspection. I did disagree. So anyways, just a good story for a Thanksgiving story over the weekend or Thanksgiving holiday win. You know, man, oh man, that's something else. So,
well, there's lots of wins in the chat too.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. A ton of wins in the chat. You should
go ahead and call them out.
Let's go, Kristen. Go.
All right. So Heather Lowe, me, Tina Shields. Yep. Monica Ledbetter. I received 2. Greg Colhagen, 3 contracts, 1 lead.
God.
Michelle got 1. Mike got 1 last night. Adam Charney, 7 applications over the week.
No way. Oh, you got to talk to us, Adam. Open up. Come on. Where are you? What's going on, dude? Tell us about that. Holy shamoly. That's a technical
3 refinances and 4 purchases over the week.
Wow.
Yeah. Beautiful week.
What a great... Tell us about the refis. How'd those stir up? How'd you dig those up?
Oh, thanks to Chris in here, put out that email about any friends, family with that AI thing that went out, and literally got 3 calls back in less than 20 minutes. So pretty good. Emails work.
Talk about firing on all cylinders.
They do.
Yeah. What a great congratulations.
You wanted to talk about that today, actually.
Yeah, we did. That is what we wanted to talk about today. But before we do, we got to get some announcements out of the way.
Yeah, and there's more wins in the chat, so you just let me know.
All right, we will tee them up and we will talk about them. That's basically what today is going to be, guys. We're going to talk about things that are working, things that are getting deals in the pipeline, and it could be calls, it could be emails, it could be whatever you got. So if you've got something cool that worked for you recently, something that wow, I did this and I got a deal, and phone calls, great. Yes, of course. Text messaging, great. Yeah. If that's what it was, awesome. Let us know. But if it was something outside of that, if it was something different, that's what we kind of want to explore that too, see what's going on. So, but today, Jen, what's going on with Dialed In?
Dialed In today, we have Thomas from Model Match on. So anyone who has any questions or wants to learn more about Model Match, hop on over, 2:00.
Cool.
Register on the website.
I think Model Match, if you guys have the CRM and Model Match is in there, but I think it's one of those things that we might not be using to its fullest capacity.
I agree.
Like there's other things in there that it can do that we don't really work on, but if we had some enlightenment, we would probably go, oh, God, that's good. I could do that.
Today is the day.
So today's the day. All right, good. Also, want to remind everybody, the infamous or famous, what's the difference?
Oh.
What's the infamous or famous? Is infamous bad?
Mm-hmm.
And then famous is good? Is that what it is? Justine, is that what it is? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So the famous, because it's a good thing, the famous business plan that we do every single year. It's a 1-page business plan. It's absolutely epic. It's free. You don't have to be a member. It's an opt-in. You just put in your stuff and you get it emailed over to you. It even has instructions and how to work it and all that great stuff. If you want that business plan, we're going to put the link into the chat. It's businessplanlo.com. Businessplanlo.com. It's super, super cool. Really, really great. Easy to use as well. And I mean, now's about the time to start working on that, right, team? What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And do it for yourself. And then we also have on the website a business plan for realtors. You can teach them.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, it's super cool. Yeah.
Wow. You could do it together. You could have a business plan party.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a new idea. It's not a new idea. I'm sure people do that all the time. It's an old idea. What am I talking about? But it's a good idea. It's a great idea. So a business plan party, man. Don't bring booze to that one. Trust me. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and one last thing. Carl's master class this Wednesday, continuing down the path of the for sale by owner strategy. Is that correct, Jen?
Correct.
Okay.
12:00 Eastern.
Okay. That's a membership thing.
No. Master class is open.
Master
Shut
class
up.
is open.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right. So why would you miss that? Come on. Okay, so the link for that is carlmasterclass.com. carlmasterclass.com. So that's this Wednesday. That's at noon Eastern this Wednesday. How about, and that's what we wanted to talk about today. Other things, right? Stuff like FSBO. Why not? Can we use FSBO to get deals in the pipeline? Can we do it? It's what Carl's going to be talking about. So, okay, let's go ahead and continue on down the path. What do we got here? What did Robert put in there? What is this? A screenshot of a something or other. Anyways, let's continue on down the path of things that are working. So, Kristen, do you see anything in there that I've missed as I've been jabberjawing around? Anything to bring up?
Marcio got 2 contracts. Marty Guy Fink got 2 contracts, 2 new buyers. So Nick got 2 leads. Everybody, there's just a lot of good stuff in the chat. Received 2 referrals during the holiday, so I have to follow up after this Zoom. 3 contracts since Thursday. Susie's got 3 contracts since Thursday.
Since Thursday.
Wow.
Since Thursday.
3 contracts. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time.
Nobody's going to be doing everything over Thanksgiving.
Everybody's busy, man. Everybody's killing it out there. Oh, they need the link for the business plan. Businessplanlo.com. Business plan. There it is. Brian dropped it in there. There it is.
Oh, this is a really good one. Sharon put this in the chat. Community involvement. That's working for her. Sponsored a face painting booth at Christmas event over the weekend. Got a referral and developed a stronger relationship with the agent. And then she's got another one here. Why don't we talk to Sharon?
Hey, yeah, Sharon, can you unmute real quick? Are you driving? Don't hurt yourself or whatever. But are you?
I'm not driving. I'm not driving today.
So this is interesting. So a community event, you sponsor. What was it?
It's called Winter Wonderland. We've sponsored the face painting booth.
Face painting booth. Okay, so let me paint the visual picture for us all here. So you're at this event. Is it indoors? Is it outdoors?
Oh, no, it was outdoors.
Oh, great. Well, out here in California, Northern California, there has not even been a 5 in the front of the temperature all for weeks now. It's been in the 40s. So was it nippy?
Yeah, it was cold. It was cold and windy. And they had, it was a big community involvement that the agent puts together.
Yeah.
And she gets different sponsors for different tables. They probably had 500 or 600 people.
Really?
At the event. And this is a little town that there's not even a light. There's 2 stop signs. Yeah.
In the cold.
In the cold. And this is the second year. And it was a really good event. And she got 4-H kids to man the booths. So she's helping them get their community involvement hours in. So it was a really good thing to be a part of. But what I find is that, I just try to be involved in lots of different things. I went to the Georgia Tech game, ended up getting a suite and had about 5 or 6 other agents all together, and a guy that does reno business, or is a GC, and we were all in the suite together. Everybody paid their own way, and that was a good developing of relationships, but also set up an appointment to go over all of their listings and pair them with all of our approval people.
Okay, I still want to go back to the freezing cold face painting booth.
All right.
Okay, so we're at the freezing cold face painting booth. Right. And so are you standing at that booth as the sponsor saying hi to people as they come by? And is that how you picked up a referral?
Yeah. Just meeting people, greeting them. I had a name tag on, just kind of crooked, but I had a name tag on, just kind of letting people know who I was. And we had a sign. She had really nice signs, with each of the sponsors next to each of the booths. But it was not just, hey, here's my company name, but it was a color picture of a reindeer, and they also had reindeer food being made on that one too. So they had reindeer food and face painting. So, but it was just a lot of fun. It was just a matter of just being there and talking to people and being available, and the agent said, hey, you should talk to Sharon, while you're here. This is the one you should talk to. So that's how I got the referral. Just be there.
On a side note. Yeah. On a side note, I've always been a big believer in the name tag. What do you guys think?
I will say something else. I didn't mean to interrupt, but we also did the Halloween trunk or treat here in Ball Ground, and we did that, and we got, I think, 8 different leads from people, and one of them is under contract and already been through underwriting and approved, and we can't close them until after January 20th, but he's just sitting there, and it was a $700,000 deal.
Goodness.
So
just showing
you just got to be out there and let people know what you do. So you're increasing your circle of influence.
Yeah, and then the thing though about those events is you do have to engage with people. I've seen it in the past where people will, loan officers will, go into the event thing and then really just not really engage with anybody though.
Or sponsor the event but not go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've heard that before. People will sponsor an event, like donate, give the money to the event, but then not show up for it.
And then not go. You just have a plaque somewhere or a banner someplace. And yeah.
Well, it's more fun than making phone calls too.
Well, yeah. You get to meet people face to face. Sure. Yeah.
I'm old school. It's face to face for me.
Face-to-face is cool. And again, I'm going to go back to the name tag because, if you have a name tag and you're wearing it and it says you're a loan officer with the company you're with, that's the kind of thing where you're in line at the grocery store and somebody goes, hey, I got a question for you. You never know. It's like just cheap, easy advertising, the name tag. What do you guys think? You believers, the name tag or not? I'm just curious.
I think so because then they know your name. Heather just put in the chat, my son put one of my stickers on his water bottle and one of his teachers called me for a pre-approval.
Okay, stickers, name tags.
Awesome.
That is awesome. That's killer. Awesome. All right, what else we got in here? I think
All right, so we need to talk to Angela. She said,
yeah, that's what I was going to say, Angela.
Yeah, 6 new applications and a new contract, 2 closings. We got to talk about that.
Yeah. All right, Angela, let's go. Rock and roll.
It's been so wonderful, but man, it's just been busy too. A lot of happening, and you hear, oh, well, it's the holidays. People are going to start. No, they don't. People need and they want our services. Get out there, make those calls. I'm telling you, it works. It works every single time.
How many did you get? What was the number again?
6 new loan applications.
Over the holiday?
Yes. Yeah. I was sending out on Friday and Saturday. I was sending out prequels to realtors. I met with a young couple that's first-time home buyer. They wanted to meet in person. They were sweet. They came in. We met. Went through
Was it a good deal?
Yeah, and that one was a referral from one I closed in September. So, yeah.
Angela is on fire. I'm gonna have to write a song.
Angela, what's working when you drill down to where the 6 new applications came from? Get a little granular for us.
Okay, so when I went and spoke in August at that realtor deal, there was just a little realtor meeting. It was 28 realtors there, and I spoke about MoveTube and just my services and me being a lender in the area. And I got several realtors from that, but this one realtor. She's she thinks I hung the moon. She is just so grateful, so sweet. And she sends me everything. She sends me a lot. So, and Kelly Dutton reminded me last week when I talked to you guys that she had gotten one for a commercial loan from me from one of the things that she talked about. And she went under contract. We went under contract with that. So I had my first commercial deal with Kelly Dutton. So, yeah.
Hey, how'd you get the agent the meeting? How did you land that meeting?
One of my good friends, another realtor partner that I've just become friends with, and talked to her a lot about her mom and just different things. Her mom's going through some health issues, and so I really have connected with her. And she goes, "Hey, I want you to come speak." She goes, "I'm hosting in August. I want you to come speak." She goes, "Do you feel comfortable doing that? You don't have to speak for very long, but would you do it?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then I've asked several times, let's do it again. She goes, "Well, I don't host but once a year, but I'll do it every time. You can come speak every time." So
hosting. So agents. So in that office, agents they kind of go round robin. You're the one responsible for this meeting. You're the one responsible for that.
Yes. Yeah. Because we're real remote. And so we're all over. I had to drive 90 miles to get to that meeting. So we're all over this area of the Southwest Kansas. So yeah.
90 miles was worth it, though.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was great.
Yeah. God, this just goes right in line with Sharon is saying, right? I mean, the belly-to-belly thing.
Face-to-face.
In the chat, how often do you get... How do we gauge this in the chat? I wonder if people are doing the belly-to-belly thing very much or what their belief is in it. Do you think it's better, Angela, belly-to-belly than anything else?
Nope, she's muted. She might have had to go.
You
know what? It's funny. There's a lot of
tromboner. Yeah.
There's a lot of name tag comments now. All of a sudden in the chat, John's like, as a realtor, I got $35K commission because I was wearing a name tag at Lowe's. Somebody else was saying they wore a name tag and got something too. It's
really
Bill Devers has said, I got a huge realtor just sitting in a Starbucks with a name tag.
I'm telling you, man. Right now, everybody's Googling, custom name tags.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And you should be. I'm not kidding, man.
That'll be our next masterclass.
Yeah, the name tag. You know what I mean? There's some pretty funny ones out there, too.
Big.
Yeah. Well, you can get the digital ones. Have you seen them?
Chest tag.
Yeah, but for $35K, I'll wear a name tag all day long.
I'm telling you, name tags work, man. They do. You just got to wear them all the time. If you're for a guy like me, work out of the house, never leave the home, name tag's no good, right? But if you're out there and you're doing this thing and you're, the name tag is great. Giancarlo, what's on your mind?
So I have a pretty interesting win this past week, and I don't know how, but anyways. So on my way home on Tuesday, right, from the office, I decided to do a little bit of open house, just kind of jumping around and visiting, right? So I ended up in this FSBO. Okay. So I told the owner, I'm like, hey, you want to do a listing video with me? So he's like, sure. He's like, let's go ahead and do it. So this guy, this guy's name is Cactus, and he's from Alaska, which I thought it was hilarious, right?
That's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cactus from Alaska.
So we did a little listing video with him, so he's selling his house, and doing this whole entire thing. And I kind of just named it, negotiate directly with the seller, right? But in the process, I did realize, I dropped off some business cards over to him, and I thought nothing more of it, right? I thought it was just going to be like a little social media thing, and that was it.
Yeah.
Well, he calls me on Friday and says, hey, man, he's like, I ran out of your business cards. He's like, can you drop off more marketing to me? He's like, I'm giving it to every single person that's coming in. And I was like, oh, heck yeah, man. I'm like, I'll be there. So anyways, so like it was totally unplanned. But now he's giving out my business cards, and I'm going to drop off, some flyers over there for him and stuff like that, which I really didn't, it wasn't the plan, right? I was visiting real estate agents, and it turned out fantastic. I mean, it really does turn out, that people, I guess, don't know as much of mortgages as we think they do. So I don't know. Hopefully this helps out somebody, right?
So maybe I missed it. Maybe I zoned out on the very beginning of this, though. So you just the FSBO was holding it open? Is that what it was?
Exactly.
And you just decided, let's go in and see what's going on there?
Just going in there. I didn't know it was a FSBO. I just walked in and it just so happened to do that. Right now I'm going to possibly target them, because it's like, it's marketing, right? They have your business cards there. They're like, this lender came in, they did whatever, right? And yeah.
So you went into this FSBO open house, you realize it's a FSBO, you say, let's shoot a quick listing video, get it on my social media. And he's like, sure, yeah, let's go. Right?
Let's go.
Leave him all your business cards, and now he's handing them all out.
Yep, he ran out of them over the weekend. So, he's like, hey, I need more flyers and I need more business cards of you. He's like, I really appreciate you walking in here. So,
did you happen to ask him like what he's doing? Like, you're moving. Do you need a mortgage where you're going? Can I help you with that? Or because
I did.
Like
so this guy has a pretty unique situation. He actually he's an investor, so he's got like 25 doors. Right, So
this is an investment property.
No, this is primary residence, which he's selling, right? But he has 25 other doors, and I was like, okay, cool, right? Just kind of sparked the conversation.
Yeah.
It just so happens, that the guy is really big into commercial as well, and that's why he didn't need a real estate agent. So, we kind of developed the conversation a little bit more, with that. So, yeah, but I did ask. You guys taught me that.
Well, here's the thing, though, man. I mean, this guy's a power hitter. I mean, this is the kind of guy, this is a weekly follow-up guy. Just check in, see if you need help with anything else.
Yep.
I mean, he's got 25 doors.
Yeah, he does. Right? Absolutely. So
he's probably looking for number 26.
I'm really hoping he is, so I'm going to be dropping off more marketing over to him, but I guess, that actually kind of worked out with what you guys were talking about. I wasn't planning it, but yeah.
Wow.
It's great.
That's a good one. Yep. That's a good one. I like it. I like it a lot. Hi, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. I just wanted to drop in and remind you that if you're a newer loan officer and you're trying to get to that 2 or 3 deals a month, or if you're seasoned and you're trying to get from 50 to 60 or 60 to 80, Mortgage Marketing Animals has you covered. We've got the full gambit from start to finish, top to bottom. Everything you need is at mortgagemarketinganimals.com. There's a reason that mortgagemarketinganimals.com is the #1 mortgage coaching platform in the country. So check it out, mortgagemarketinganimals.com. All right, what else we got?
Do you remember last week, Jimmy Finance was telling us that he was doing the It's a Wonderful Life gift baskets? Do you remember that?
Yes.
And he said, did my 8, so I guess he did 8 of them, baskets on November 24th. He's gotten 2 purchase leads for pre-approval and 1 VA oral as a result of driving around those 8 baskets.
What did he say? And by the way,
cheeseball consultants have changed the phrase face to face to a new buzzword, belly to belly.
Belly to belly.
I unmuted myself on my own.
There you go. Tell us, Jimmy.
cheese ball consultants are people that are my friends, and I say that in a loving way, but they all just create new buzzwords so they can charge people for doing the same thing that everyone else. But the gift baskets, I did do my "It's a Wonderful Life." I just steal that phrase and get a loaf of bread, so this house knows will never know hunger, salt so life will always have flavor, wine so joy and prosperity will reign forever. And then at the bottom I put the hey, thank you for allowing me to serve you with the financing. If you know of anyone else who could use my services, please pass them along to jimmyfinance.com. That's my little branding. And in the basket is a bottle of wine, a loaf of bread I got from the local bakery down there, and a little thing of salt with a grinder, and 2 wine glasses, and 2 Jimmy Finance t-shirts, and a thank you card, and then a couple of business cards, in the wine glasses, and that kind of thing. But and I did it purposefully the week before Thanksgiving, and people were around each other, and the one guy's brother is going to buy a place, so that was the first pre-approval. The VA Earl was a neighbor who bought a place about 9 months ago. So it is all teed up because it's past the 7 months, and everybody who's done VA Earls, a VA loan is the best loan for a borrower, and I always say the VA Earl is the best loan for a LO.
Yeah,
it is
nice.
By far just the easiest little thing to crank out.
You gave out 8 of them,
right?
What 8 did you choose? How'd you choose the 8?
What they are all past clients that are that closed from, and this is a new market that I kind of opened up over the last few years down in Nashville. I'm in the suburbs of Chicago, and through speaking stuff into existence, where I wanted to do loans for bands that I love, I was able to do that, and then word of mouth, the band people all think that they can't get a loan, and I just did one for a guy he was on tour 2 years ago with Ed Sheeran as a guitar player, came back, and now is on tour with Callum Scott, who is a big guy in England. He's I really didn't follow Callum Scott, but he had 3 billion views of one video, 3 billion on YouTube. And he was in a songwriting session with another guy that I did a loan with, and the guy said, "Oh, I just got turned down by a second bank," and the other songwriter, who was a customer of mine in another band, said, "You got to call my guy Jimmy," and he goes, "Who? Jimmy Finance." He goes, "Oh, that's badass, Jimmy Finance." That's what the guy calls himself. And so, yeah, I do speak of myself in the third person every once in a while, but it's from a marketing angle, not from an angle of being crazy.
Right.
At least that's how I've rationalized it out. But the It's a Wonderful Life gift baskets, if you do it at that right time, and again, it's just like doing the pumpkin pie, hey, somebody cuts the pie, I go, "Oh, I got this from my finance guy." The gift basket kind of lingers a little bit, and that's what you're going for, so that it becomes a talking point. So
you went down to Nashville?
Yeah, I went down to Nashville because there's a huge gravitational pull because we have grandkids there. That's
got it. Okay.
So
makes sense.
But I had kind of built the business down there starting in 2018 is when I kind of said, "Hey, I'm going to go after these people," and I did it. And then
I got to ask though, how did you get the word out to musicians in Nashville that Jimmy Finance is the guy if you're a musician in Nashville? How did you start getting that going?
Sure. So I pride myself in loving bands, and I become a 13-year-old fangirl. And basically what I did was I asked for the business. And I was at one concert where one of my favorite people was playing a little singer-songwriter set here in Evanston, Illinois, at this little place. And after the show, we went up and spoke to him and stuff. And then his wife was with him, and his wife has a antique store in Nashville, and she had done a commercial for like a payroll company that put them on CNBC. And I said, "Oh, I watched CNBC, and I saw Stacy on the commercial, and the guy Zach, he's like, oh, Stacy, come here. He was so happy. We were talking to his wife and everything, and I said, yeah, I was watching CNBC, and I was it was on late at night one night, and because I was up trying to refinance the world, and he said, wait, what do you do? And I said, oh, I do mortgages, and so he goes, you know what? I need to refinance. And he goes, I got in this loan, but it's really bad. And I said, here, just, he goes, you got a card? I said, no, I don't have a card. I just remember me, just go to jimmyfinance.com. So after the show, we talked to him for a little bit. We went back to our little table and we're having drinks, and my friends were making fun of me because I talked to the guy and I said jimmyfinance.com, and they were blowing some smoke. And after the show, they came walking out, his wife, and they were leaving, and he was carrying a guitar case, and he stops by our table, and he just ducks his head and he goes, jimmyfinance.com. And that's what I knew. And that's what I knew the branding was going to work. Well, it turns out that guy's parents are both realtors.
No.
He grew up in a real estate family, and so he has the realtor mentality, like, where's my next transaction? What's going on? I got to talk to people. And so it really started and germinated from there, and then snowballed. And now, because when people buy a house, they've utilized realtors. I've reached out to the realtors, and I've got a couple of I say over these 7 years, I've got 3 realtors that will refer me, and one of them of the 3 refers me right away. The other 2 refer me as the begrudgingly, well, if you can't use a local guy, here's the guy you can use. And but I took one of the realtor. I also had a coffee meeting with one realtor that really refers me out, and he brought along an insurance agent that just did one of the deals that we closed last month with them down there. But the other realtor, who is like a sometimes referrer and stuff, and I just did a deal actually with them. She did not show up at the coffee meeting, and it was spectacular because she texted me and just profusely apologized, and next time you're in town, we're going to get together, but in the meantime, I love what you do, and we're going to find a way to work together.
Now she owes you one.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes it's almost better when they don't show up.
Yeah, guilt is a greatly underutilized sales tactic, and we need to use it more often, for sure.
But the other thing too is I love all the wins that are going on, because one thing as I get older and stuff, I come from like a little sports background. I know I don't look like it now because I look like an offensive tackle, but I used to play quarterback, and I was very competitive in the sports way, and I always wanted, I want that deal. But as you get older, you realize there is enough business to go around, and good on everybody here who's out there talking to people. The numbers don't lie. Aren't there, aren't there like half as many LOs as there were?
Oh yeah, it's probably less than that. There's probably a third of the LO population.
Every time we go through a licensing period, isn't there less and less of them out there? So So everybody who made it through there, and I realize there's a lot of, as I look at the pictures and I see a lot of old guys with white beards, some people that used to be in the Navy that are in Vacaville fit that role.
Whatever. All right, Mr. Jimmy Finance, my friends. Jimmy Finance in the house, making it happen. What cool stories, Jimmy. Got to do a podcast with you. Let's get together right after this. Yeah, I want to do one.
What Russ put in the chat. What I did was I asked for the business. I mean, that's the pervading theme here this morning.
There you go.
Right? Jimmy said, I wanted to grow the business in Nashville, so I did.
Did it. And with the particular, demographic, right? I want to go for the musicians down there. What a cool thing. Just very, very cool. I really, seriously, Jimmy, I want to do a podcast.
Do you guys see my old
Just Ask, baby. Yep, Just
Kristen,
Ask.
do you still give those out?
Man, I'll tell you what, I have one from the archives, but I don't know if we have fresh stock of those Just Ask buttons. But, Frank, I don't know, Frank, you've got the power for giving out things. So.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, thank you for the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. This is truly a place of community, and go out there and make some money. Absolutely.
With that, that's exactly what we're going to do, is get out there and make some money. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Kind of a fun day. I got a lot out of it, man. I mean, if you want to sit back and just kind of digest everything everybody said, there's a lot of things that we could deploy today, right? What do you guys think in the chat? Did you have a good time today? Because if you did, come back tomorrow. It's going to be even more fun. You know why? Because Kristen is going to run the whole show.
Oh, boy.
And so it's going to be great. I'm kidding. We'll all be here for you. But anyways, let's get moving, guys. Have a great day. We'll be back here again tomorrow, as always, at the same bat channel, same bat time. And do it all over again, my friends. You have a good one. Thanks for joining us this morning. We'll see you then. Adios.
Have a great day, everybody.